Ladies and gentlemen, movie lovers and action junkies, welcome back to the YouTube channel The Serpent Studio. And today we are diving into a franchise that defined modern action thrillers, one that made Leon Neeson the ultimate badass dad. That's right. Today we are talking about Taken 4. But does this latest installment deliver the same high stakes, adrenaline fueled intensity, or is it just another sequel riding on the past glory? Stick around because we are breaking it all down without spoilers, and let's go. So, before we talk about Taken 4, let's take a quick step back to the first Taken movie in 2008. It was an instant hit. A retired CIA operative, Brian Mills, goes on a rampage through Paris to rescue his kidnapped daughter. And of course, we have literally we got that legendary phone call scene. I have a particular set of skills, you know the rest. Probably the best scene ever. And the sequels, second Taken 2, flipped the script, putting Brian himself in danger, and Taken 3 turned into a furtive on the run story. Each film had these insane moments, but many fans felt that the series peaked with the original. So, the big question is, does Taken 4 justify its existence? Well, alright, let's talk about the story without giving anything away. Absolutely spoiler free. Taken 4 takes a fresh approach. This time, Brand Wills is drawn into a new kind of mission, one that's more personal and more dangerous than ever. If you talk about the stakes, quite the bigger, the action absolutely relentless, and trust me on this, the first 10 minutes alone will have you hooked. That's the kind of movie you expect from the movie. Like literally, you have the fans have been waiting. Unlike the previous films that focused purely on reserve missions, this one brings a deeper mystery into the mix. There is a global conspiracy, some unexpected betrayals, and plenty of I didn't see that coming moments. But does it work? Well, let's get into it. So, the main, now one of the biggest reasons we all love Taken is it's the action. Liam Neeson isn't slowing down even in his 70s. And let me tell you this, Taken 4 does not disappoint in this department. The fight choreography, brutal. The chase in sequences, absolutely intense. And yes, Brian Mills still takes down enemies with a mix of raw strength, tactical brilliance, and that signature don't mess with me attitude. And one standout sequences, high speed, like what can I say, a high speed chase through seeds where Mills take down multiple pursuers with nothing but quick thinking and a few improvised weapons. If you thought the fight in the first three movies were intense, this one cranks it even more, like up to the level. And yes, alright, let's talk about the man himself, Liam Neeson. Look, we all know this guy is getting older, but let's be real, he still got his performances in Taken 4 proves that age is just a number to be justified. But bringing the same intensity, the same commanding pressure, and yes, the same very particular set of skills. But what makes his performances stand out this all time? There is more emotional weight. Brian Mills isn't just an unstoppable force. He is a man dealing with loss, betrayal, and the cost of his past actions. It adds a fresh layer to the character, making him feel more human than ever. And yes, let's talk about the new characters. A great movie isn't just about the lead, it's also about the supporting cast. The movie is without them the movie is quite the incomplete. Yes, it's also about the supporting cast. Taken 4 introduced some new faces, and while I won't spoil anything for you, let's just say some of them steal the show. There's a new ally who brings a younger, more modern fighting style to the mix, and an antagonist you might just be the franchise best villain yet. Some performances shine, while others, well, let's just say there are few forgettable side characters, but overall, the new addiction kept keep things fresh and exciting. So, action movie live and die by their direction. So, how does Taken 4 handle it? Well, the cinematography is crisp, the fight scenes are shot with a steady hand. Thankfully, no shaky cam over in this movie, and the pacing keeps you on the edge of your seat. The director clearly understands what made the first Taken so great and brings back that raw, gritty style that made us fall in love with the franchisee in the first place. Well, there's a perfect balance between high octane sequences and tense, quiet moments where the suspense builds up. If you are a fan of action thrillers, you are gonna love the way this one is shot. Yes, and now let's does it go beyond action? At first glance, Taken movie are all about action, but Taken 4, the latest installment, introduced some surprisingly deep themes: family, redemption, and the consequences of a violent past. Well, Brilliant Mills isn't just a hero, he's a man facing the repercussion of his action. The emotional weight in the movie adds a depth that evolves it beyond just another action flick. It's a refreshing touch that makes Taken 4 more than just a series of high octane fights. It gives us a reason to care beyond just the explosions and gunfights. So, after all this, let's head to our final verdict. So, here's the big question: is Taken 4 worth your watching? Well, if you loved the first Taken, this movie will bring back all the thrills you missed. If you felt the sequels lost their edge, you might be pleased to hear this, surprised by how much this one setups steps up and the action is top tier. The story is quite the engaging, and Liam Neeson proves he is still the king of action thrillers. Well, is it perfect? To be honest, not quite. Some plot points are predictable and not every character hits the mark. But if you ask me, overall Taken 4 is a worthy addition to the franchise, one that delivers what fans came for: non-stop action, intense drama, and un- an other unforgettable ride with brain mills. And yes, that's a wrap on a spoiler-free review of Taken 4. And what do you think? Are you excited to see Liam Neeson back in action? Well, drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss our next epic review. Until the next time, stay awesome and keep loving great movies. Thank you.